was robbed last week. The Prodigy couldn't get away from Psycho Steve, but that was the least of his problems.
Technically, he spent more time out of the ring, and therefore the winner will be Psycho Steve.
Tonight, the Prodigy faces elimination if he loses to British bad boy John Ryan. Prodigy! And there's bad blood between Ozzie Rulz, the Australian from Nashville, and bully boy David Young.
David Young's going to be feeling old when I'm done. I am going to put him through the floor!
The pressure's building in the Transatlantic Wrestling Challenge.
Wrestling Challenge. Welcome back for another bout of fine wrestling. We've got the best in the US against the best in the UK, but there can be only one winner at the end.
And you know who that's going to be, Mark Webster, because the best in the US is the best in the world.
Yeah, Mike Carlson seems to think that the US have got this one sewn up, but we're not too sure, are we? Because we've got plenty of talent out there, and we can see some of it get into the ring now.
From Franklin, Kentucky, he weighs 245 pounds, Kory Williams.
Well, Mike Carlson, I must say, there's an unusual look.
Well, there weren't a lot of Kory Williams ancestors fighting on the Confederate side in the Civil War, I'll give you that. But Kory's part of the New South, and it's a whole new attitude down there, and that's where he's learned how to wrestle, and he's a good one.
Well, clearly Rory is glad to be grey.
And, you know, he's happy to be here. He's having a good time out there. And sure, maybe he's a little reality impaired at times, but, you know, we can live with that. Once you see him in the ring, you'll be able to live with it, too. I love the spats on those shoes. Notice how they match the turnbuckle?
I can't help myself. It's a great outfit. I'd wear it.
You definitely would.
I would, wouldn't I?
They'd love that one down in West Ham.
And his opponent, accompanied by his manager, Gemini. He hails from Stafford and weighs 215 pounds, Paul Volk.
And Paul is the business. This is the first bout for Rory in the tournament, and he's come up against a good name, Paul Volk, and of course with Gemini as his assistant. He can't go wrong, Mike. He can't go wrong.
Well, I mean, Gemini, isn't that where you've got a dual personality there? I mean, she and Psycho Steve could go out on a double date, just the two of them.
Welcome to the ring, Paul Volk.
That's a nice gymnastic maneuver, but can he wrestle, Mark Webster?
Whoa, whoa. What was that? This is professional wrestling. You're a gymnast. A gymnast is like a girl. You're a girl. And what is this? You bring your mommy out here to take care of you? Hey, I tell you what. Hey, Mom, won't you come and take care of me? Because you got the one quality that I like in my women. I like my women just a little on the trashy side.
Oh, boy, he read that in one.
See, she wants to touch me. She wants to touch me. Hey, pimple face, why don't you go eat a clear seal sandwich, okay? Now, what I'm gonna do after I beat up the gymnast over here, and when he executes those joints and shut up, I'm gonna take a real vacation to a real civilized country like France. Viva la France!
Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh, yeah.
What an underhand maneuver by Paul Vault.
Talk was cheap. Pulled straight into the action. Good work.
Before the bell. I mean, that's typical. I'll be on perfide, as the French would say.
You wouldn't catch me saying it, Mike. Good point, though.
Couldn't catch you saying it.
What do you say about it? I mean, how much more time did Kory need to let everybody know that he can talk better than he could actually wrestle?
The crowd loved him. He was just making friends.
Oh, is that what that was?
That's wrestling! Come on, Paul!
Nice little reversal there by Paul Vault. Set the bar pretty high for this guy.
And Gemini close to the outside Paul Vault. They train together as mighty, you know, a couple that train together, stay together. But a perfect couple, perfect wrestling couple, Paul and Gemini.
A couple that train together, experience pain together. Nice snap there, takedown.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike, these are two very powerful guys they've got out here as well, aren't they?
Good technical match so far. Paul Vault, I got to give it to him. He can do more than gymnastics. He knows what he's doing in the ring.
And from the moment that he left that rope, Mike, he's dominated this particular bout. You have to agree with that.
Kory Williams has him hurt now. He's had him hurt a couple of times. If he hadn't had that cheap start, he wouldn't be anywhere. Remember, he cheated at the beginning of the match.
Is that the work of just a gymnast? I don't think so. Oh, and that.
Not enough to keep Kory Williams down, though. I told you he's a little reality impaired. He's just backed himself into the post. Oh, now that's a rear end collision.
Well,
smart move by Kory Williams.
Although he is still smarting, I think we can certainly say.
J.J. Rivers asking him for help. Working up and down.
Strong kicking from Williams, has to be said. Does not want to toy with Gemini like that too much. Gemini is an impressive athlete herself.
I don't think that worries Kory Williams. He's getting some good height in there. He could clear the bar at 8 feet when he goes on upside Paul Vault's head.
Well, Paul knows all about that. He trains with people like Linford Christie to get himself in an absolute top physical condition. As you can see, that's exactly what he is. Because he's taking some pain in here, but he's in control of this bout, I think.
Oh, nice roll up. Paul Vault. Kory Williams isn't going to fall for that. So Paul Vault's part of Linford's legal team, huh?
Yes!
Dropped headbutt off the stand there. It's interesting because Paul Vault's done a nice job of combining some of those gymnastics moves into his wrestling repertoire.
An all-round athlete is Paul Vault, and he's doing the business here on Kory Williams.
Oh, Kory Williams lucky to get that hand up there because we're coming to the end of the match, and this is going to be a close decision.
Don't forget, of course, what happens here is that if it goes the distance, the referee will make the call. He gives 2 points to the winner, 1 to the loser. It's 3 points if you win it inside.
Another near pin. Kory Williams still getting up, though. He was dominating early on, and you're talking about a decision, Mark. Remember, J.J. Rivers was the referee who made that horrible decision, or didn't make a decision, I should say, and let the commissioner come in and make a really ridiculous decision last week.
That's right. Psycho Steve was the winner after a very strange order indeed. J.J. couldn't separate them. What's he going to do with this one? Well, I think we all know, don't we?
Well, I was a little surprised that J.J. passed the buck over to the commissioner.
Well, I think we all have to pass the buck there because he passed the bucks to us, Mike. We're all employed by him.
Ooh. JJ. Kory Williams now coming back into the match. This one's, it's pretty even so far. Near pins for both men. They're really going at it now.
Into the ring there, exchanging blows, but now he's gone to the post, flips. Could he get it? Could he get it?
Sunset Flip, Kory Williams went down a little bit too early on that.
And these two fellas have banged at each other for 5 full minutes here.
It's going to get to a decision now.
Oh, tremendous fight. And well done to Paul Bull. It's got to be his fight, wouldn't you say, Mike? Has to be his fight.
It's a close one. It's a close one, but I'd give it to Kory Williams.
Well, once again, Paul thinks he's won. Gemini thinks he's won. The crowd thinks he's won. JJ doesn't. No!
Yes!
Here's your winner, Kory Williams.
Oh, what's going on in the ring?
Whoa!
Gemini slapping JJ Rivers? JJ looks scared. I think Paul Wall may just have saved JJ Rivers some pain.
Well, Gemini didn't take it quite as well as Paul did. Paul, a true athlete, a true sportsman.
But there's your winner, Kory Williams. There's the guy who gets the 2 points.
He gets the 2. It's Paul with the 1.
So this is how Group D looks after that result. Remember, all 4 wrestlers in each group meet each other on a round-robin basis. Only the top 2 progress to the quarterfinals. And it's so far so good for the USA.
From Bedworth in Warwickshire, he weighs 210 pounds, Psycho Steve!
Here he is again.
You're a friend, Mark.
My best friend, I tell you. If he asks me if I'm his best friend, I say, yes, Steve, I am your best friend.
He's 2 of your best friends.
And we were just discussing there, Steve was the guy who got the interesting victory last week.
Bizarre victory, if you ask me.
And his opponent hails from Portland, Oregon, weighing in at 171 pounds, Tony Kozina!
Sorry, Mike, where's this wrestler? I don't see anyone.
Tony Kozina may be small, but he really knows how to wrestle. And, I mean, that's the only way he would have got one of Clint Eastwood's cast-off ponchos, you know? But he's fast, he can move, he's very strong for his size as well.
Okay, I'll give you that. But he's 4 foot tall, Mike.
Well, sometimes it ain't the meat, it's the motion, Mark.
So when he was wrestling in the Cubs, Mike, was he good then as well?
Now, Psycho Steve, remember, for him, a wrestling ring is just a padded cell without a door.
That's right. It doesn't take a ring just to keep him in control. And the little fella proves himself a little fella. Just picked him up and threw him off there, Steve did.
And Psycho Steve won't usually find himself with a physical advantage over his opponents. Sometimes a mental advantage.
So Tony does his wrestling in mother care nowadays, I guess, then, does he?
Well, it's good when you can buy your trunks in a small size. But he can wrestle. He's a good athlete. And look, see how he gets that? Oh, uses some strength on Psycho Steve, breaks the hold. Can't knock him over coming off the ropes twice with shoulder blocks. And see that? Smooth.
Well out by Steve. He may be a good wrestler, but he is little.
Psycho Steve lifting a knee now. You know, there's got to be a place for the good small man in this business, Mark. You ought to know that.
Well, I'll give you the small. I know about that. We'll see if he's good as he takes on Steve.
Steve sent him into the turnbuckle hard. Oh, Psycho seems more focused in this match than the last one. You know, maybe the personalities are meshing here.
Well, I think he can see he's got himself a little snack in front of him. If he can just get rid of this one, it's more points for him. And good night. Ooh, right in the shoulder.
One of those guys who doesn't quite see the world through colored glasses. It's more like a kaleidoscope when he's looking out.
On the rope. Spared himself there, but for how much longer? Not a lot of pressure on your American guy here, has to be said.
Well, Psycho's expending a lot of energy here. Oh, nice monkey flip out of the corner. Tony Kozina's taking a lot of punishment.
But luckily, it's so light, the ring's quite safe. That's good for this particular bout. I'm glad to see that.
Shoulder right on the chest. Psycho Psycho's got the presence of mind to even play to the crowd. You know, in some of the matches, he hasn't known the crowd's there. I think he doesn't. You're not his best friend anymore, Mark. Oh, but Tony Kozina off the top rope with a flying crossbody and a 3 count.
Stolen it.
Tony Kozina, Air Kozina.
Well, Tony Kozina just took off through the air.
Your winner, Tony Kozina.
And Psycho Steve is hurt. I think he hurt his shoulder when Tony Kozina came down from the top.
Well, he may not have much natural body weight, but of course, when you're flying from that high down, Mike, you're bringing plenty of weight with you, aren't you?
Exactly. Psycho Steve and his split personality. Tony Kozina had gravity on his side on that one.
And it's a win for the little fella.
Tony Kozina pins him cleaner.
He may be the smallest wrestler in the 16-man field, but tiny Tony Kozina starts off his campaign with 3 points.
Okay, after the break, we're happy to say that the Prodigy's back, and he's taking on the UK's John Ryan, who's here now in the company of his management.
Get that camera out of my face.
I wouldn't change from BT together. I've already seen the benefits.
It makes a lot of difference, especially when you do international calls. It makes a whole lot of difference.
You know where you are when you're making the calls. You know how much it's going to cost you.
So now I can ring people through the day and not worry about the cost.
Not just hundreds, not just thousands, but millions of people are better off with BT together. Stay in touch.
To paint, first you must see. I've spent my whole life looking and analysing, studying form and light. My paintings are all about atmosphere, detail, texture, the little things that make up the whole image. It's all there, and all you have to do is to look. My eyesight's pretty important to me.
Oh, that was so offside.
Jeeves, am I in love?
Well, Mom, if you get goosebumps when he calls your name, then probably.
Introducing Jeeves, the world's first internet butler. Just type in a question and he'll quickly help you find a web page with the answer.
Sarah, ask me about offside.
Jeeves, how does the offside rule work again?
Well, Flair is offside, Mom, when he's...
Ask Jeeves at www.ask.co.uk.
British Gas is shaking up the energy market. We're about to cut the price of gas for all our domestic mains gas customers, which means that millions of people will save money. British Gas, the big shake-up has started.
Blockbuster, we believe that everyone should be able to take home the film they want. That's why we promise to have more copies of the latest films than ever before, so you can take home any one of this week's new releases or rent it free next time. Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home.
It's got biscuit, it's got caramel, it's got chocolate. Just a thing when you're killing time.
Texas. He weighs 215 pounds. The Prodigy.
There he is, so nice he could almost be from the UK, Mike.
Oh, it's nice to hear you say that, but you know, he was too nice last week. The fans love him, the British fans love him. A lot of high fives from the foam fingers, but Prodigy, like I was saying, too nice last week, and it cost him. But a horrible, horrible decision by the commissioner.
And his opponent is accompanied by his manager, Mike White. He hails from Medway in Kent and weighs 220 pounds, John Ryan.
Now, if we love the Prodigy, as we do, we're not too sure about this guy over here.
No, this guy looks like Charlie Manson's nastier brother.
John. Okay, John. Joshua exchanging pleasantries with us. Thanks, John. Just say welcome to the country.
He can't threaten me like that. I've got to be free to say whatever I want.
Mike, you feel free to say what you want, fella.
I didn't say anything bad about him, did I?
No, not yet you haven't.
I mean, I like Charles Manson. I'm not used to being treated like that by wrestlers. You know.
Firstly, if the organisers of this little event wanted to do things properly, they should have got a proper ring announcer. It looks to me like they went and got Lurch from the Addams family. So you go back and look after the Addams family.
He wants to put our MC down, I think.
That's a bit uncalled for. Steve does a good job.
And Mike White, business advisor to the stars. You remember that. And each and every single one of you remember that.
Not a bug, they're the business advisor.
He takes some advice himself.
And another thing, never have I seen such a large collection of ugly people as we've got here today.
This guy's in need of a charisma transplant.
Take this woman. Take this woman. No, I mean it, please. Take this woman. She's so ugly, it's making me sick.
Well, that's everyone in the room who hates him now. Well done.
See, as you people haven't got the looks, I hope you've got the intelligence to realise one thing, and particularly, I want you to realise, you long-haired golden boy from America. This man deserves respect. You didn't show him it. I want to see that respect. I'll do the introduction. Give it up.
I think you were right about these guys, Mark. They aren't very likable, are they?
Did they learn their stuff from some of your fellow counterparts?
No, don't go blaming me for that. This is true Brit. And the crowd knows it.
Sit down. Shut your mouth, because the grown-ups are talking. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, John Ryan.
Now, I may have spoken too quickly about John Ryan before.
Well, let's be honest, John did get a welcome. Not necessarily the one who's business advisor wanted him.
Well, they're getting him out of I think the aliens removed the probe from Mike White, and they're getting him out of the ring now.
He's not going far, though, is he? You know that. Now, the Prodigy, he needs a win. He's owed a win.
That was the most bizarre part of that decision. You remember the Prodigy and Psycho Steve both counted out of the ring, but the commissioner ruled that because Psycho Steve had come out of the ring second, which wasn't even true, that he won the match, and therefore, instead of being 2 points to 1 like a decision, Prodigy got no points at all.
0 points,
he
absolutely.
Needs points now.
And what he could do is winning inside the distance, because that's 3 points of push for a win inside the distance. If it goes to ref, it's 2 to the winner, 1 to the loser.
They're just really feeling each other out in the early stages of this match.
Well, I think we can see he's on the forces of good and on the forces of bad here, can't we, Mark?
I mean, this is the guy who came out and threatened me before the match. Who does he think he is?
How dare he? That's my job, isn't it, Mike?
At least I don't have to worry about you.
I think this is the thing with the Prodigy. He needs to get mad, doesn't he? He needs to get mad.
It helps. He has to forget what a nice guy he really is. Now he's got him in a pin. Mike White distracting the referee. And Prodigy, now Prodigy's distracted as well.
Oh. And between them, they nearly suckered a decision out of JJ there, didn't they, Mike?
The Prodigy has to keep more alert than that. He can't let himself get distracted. This is not what wrestling is supposed to be about.
JJ telling the manager, let me do the refereeing here, and basically I think he's absolutely right.
Well, JJ's got to pay more attention to what's going on around the outside of that ring. See, Mike White's in position to do some damage there. And he will.
And you see, typical, is it, of course, in he goes. They're working as a tag team, these two, Mike. It's completely wrong. And they're working JJ over. They know exactly what they're doing, these two.
Typical British sportsmanship. We see it in and match out. They'll take any advantage they can. Side suplex.
And the Prodigy's a strong man. And he's had plenty of pressure. Hardly any of it legal, but he's still in there.
Big European uppercut from John Ryan hurt the Prodigy.
Powerful.
Big slam.
Powerful. I think even Mike felt that one, the business advisor.
It's mostly monkey business when it's Mike White doing it.
More pain for John Ryan.
That's it. Punish him, Prodigy. Needs to cut John Ryan down the side. Oh, Mike White pushed him off the top rope.
Oh, no, you see the Prodigy made a fatal error there, didn't he? Just wasn't concentrating hard enough.
He's got to watch out. He's just not watching Mike White. And that's it. That's it. The match is over. Mike White's still laying the
John Ryan.
Oh, so what? He's in the ring now, Coach.
John Ryan. Hey, J.J. Rivers, how can he give... Now,
I thought there was a mistake there from the Prodigy, but if you see this, how it happened again, Mike White pushed him off the rope.
Of course, it's interference from the outside of the ring. The referee can't allow that.
See this?
Of course. He can't allow that. The Prodigy is having a rough time here. He's getting robbed.
Hey, 1 second, please. First of all, I'd like to tell all of you, thank you for welcoming me into your country. I know you people, all you people, and the ones at home are much smarter than what they give you credit for. So I hope that the commissioner thinks and he saw what just happened. And in his wisdom, I'm sure he will overturn this verdict.
Good point. Good point.
His wisdom?
We've seen the commissioner make a call before.
He's called for the commissioner, but, I mean, the commissioner didn't do the Prodigy any favors last week.
Well, the commissioner's prepared to make a call last time. This is his chance again. This is the commissioner's tournament. He can make the rules.
Well, he runs the show, but he didn't do Prodigy any favors.
Having watched the whole of the match backstage on the monitor, the commissioner's verdict is there is nothing to overrule.
Oh, if he saw the match, he must have seen what we saw. We saw interference.
John Ryan would therefore be the winner.
John Ryan's the winner. Well, we know he is the commissioner.
The Prodigy put his faith in British justice, and look where it got him.
Well, and there's a little friendly handshake there between the commissioner and the business advisor.
Call the Prodigy's the Southampton 1 now. Amazingly, the Prodigy let down by the commissioner for a second time, and his hopes of reaching the quarterfinals are all but over.
So the Prodigy, what do you make of the commissioner's ruling?
Well, first of all, I'm sure the commissioner had his reasons for what he did. I don't understand it. I think maybe he's blind, maybe he's partial, maybe he's biased. I have no idea. All I know is that tonight, the fans welcomed me into their hearts. They made me the winner here.
And what do you make of Mike White doing the interfering?
Well, first of all, I mean, that little gooseneck geek, all he is a coat rack for a bad suit. He shouldn't be out there. He ought to be in the back of the stands picking up trash after everybody else leaves, washing their cars if they want to while they're in here. You know, I'd make nothing of him.
The Prodigy, thank you.
Thank you.
From commentary in Warwickshire, weighing 190 pounds, Majik!
Well, after that crime, we got some weird punishment.
Well, here's the Sorcerer's Apprentice now.
There's Majik, and Majik is fighting in our first UK matchup of the tournament. course, these guys are wrestling 4 groups of 4. And so everyone gets to wrestle each other. So the Americans will wrestle 2 Americans in one group and 2 Brits in one group.
And his opponent from Cumbria, he weighs 225 pounds, the Vigilante!
Now, of course, I'll give you this, Mark Webster. This has to be the only way a Brit can win a match without controversy in this tournament. But, of course, the Vigilante's the wannabe American.
He's a Cumbria cowboy,
so
Mike.
You've got an American in this.
He brings the flavour of the States over here, but he does it in a true UK style. Fine wrestler.
Vigilante's not wasting any time. Obviously, he doesn't believe in magic. A couple of good fists there from the Vigilante. Oh, a big hard chop. Woo!
But echoed around this auditorium, I can tell you.
Looks like we know whose side the crowd's on, but then again, they're British crowds, so they're always front runners.
Well, we've seen Majik wrestle before, of course, and there's some of that old black magic about him. He can get his opponents in a spin.
Somersault headbutt, that was a spin.
Come on! Are you all right? Yeah.
And I think the Cumbria Cowboy knows that he can pick himself up a few extra points here, make his way through out of the qualifying rounds.
Spinning heel kick. Vigilante's going up to the top now.
That's right, I mean, 5 minutes these bouts can go, but it looks like the Vigilante wants to finish it earlier, and he won't do it like that.
Missile drop kick off the top rope by the Vigilante, and ooh, that kick, you could feel that one over here. Magic's hurting. Put a little talcum powder on his head, he'd look like a pool cue.
Oh, yes. I think we can definitely say the Vigilante is looking for an early night, and it looks like Majik might be as well. He's out the ring.
Yeah, gather up the posse and take Majik home.
In the ring.
He's a straight shooter, that Vigilante. Oh, sudden burst of strength from Majik.
Well, of course, the clever thing there, Majik actually using the Vigilante's own body weight against him, wasn't he?
Suplex. Didn't know Majik had this in him.
Well, it may not appear to be that big, but of course he is wrestling from another dimension, Mike.
Another dementia. Nice move.
That wasn't quite how that was going to work, was it?
No. Something went wrong between the wand and the delivery. How do you spell magic?
Ouch. O-U-C-H.
Come on.
It's going to be magic if he survives this.
Yes!
A driver. Can drive this one to the bank.
Yeah.
Now there's a way to beat John Hall's 3 count.
Well, I think he's decided that he just wants to drag this one out now and inflict a bit of extra pain. I don't think that's the way to go about your business, do you?
Well, you know, I'm starting to like the Vigilante more and more.
Yeah, well, suddenly a little bit of American in his game there, was there, Mike?
And that's the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. The Vigilante. Bang, bang. He guns down another one.
Here is your winner, the Vigilante.
Uh-oh, that's his conjuring arm as well.
Ooh, just applying a little bit more. Kick them when they're down. Good tactic. The Vigilante guns down another victim, and with 3 points for that inside the distance win, he's on his way to the quarterfinals.
Okie dokie, there you go. When we come back from the break, we've got ourselves a serious grudge match indeed. USA versus USA, only happens to be Ozzie Rulz against the all-American boy, David Young.
You know, this just goes to show you how stupid the British people are. They fly me halfway across the world to beat somebody that I've already beat all over America. Well, let me tell you something, Ozzie Rulz. When I come out there tonight, I hope you got some traveler's insurance, because I'm taking you out.
Next up, Ming Dynasty vase, reserve price 1.5. Who'll start the bidding at 1.3? Thank you, sir. 1.6. Back to the lady, we have 1.7. No one else. Going once, going twice.
Citra offers so good you'll be laughing. Saxo from 6,995, Zara from 9,995, and Xantia from 12,995.
Now, all the stuff from your TV is on your PC. Click on listings, jobs, news, weather, and what's on in your region. It's all local to you. Check it out. Anglia Television. On air, online. www.angliatv.com.
There's a Sunday that gives you great financial advice. 40 pages bursting with sport. A new look magazine with celebrity interviews and writers, including Alan Titchmarsh. Health and beauty, fashion, food, homes, and a section for kids. And it wouldn't be complete without a 30-page 7-day TV guide. The Sunday Express, the complete Sunday package.
My girl babysits for someone on her block. Then I come up and join her and we start to rock. The baby hears the beat and man, it really is a shock when he goes boogie. A rockin' type of boogie is the kind of song that makes this little baby want to sing along. And though he may be...
Thousands of changes take place every day at McDonald's. You just don't see them.
People often ask me how I keep my hair so thick and curly.
It's a perm.
Simple. I use Abbey National Savings Advisors. They're scientifically formulated to prevent hair loss. They explain all my choices in straightforward, plain English, so I don't end up pulling my hair out. Saving with Abbey National keeps my hair a part of me. Perm, not a perm. Abbey National, because life's complicated enough.
How many calories am I burning?
368 calories an hour, madam, if I stop peddling.
Introducing Jeeves, the world's first internet butler. Just type in a question and he'll quickly help you find a web page with the answer.
Jeeves, what happened on my soaps yesterday?
Sarah is dead, Jack is alive, and Joe turns out to be Jill.
Need answers? Ask Jeeves at www.ask.co.uk.
I know what I'm doing, but you don't, so don't try this at home, okay?
So, David Young, you're up against Ozzie Rulz now. You've beaten him before, so how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? How am I feeling? Let me tell you something. I sat on a plane for 8 hours straight to come to this country to show you people that I am the best in the world at what I do, and that's beating people in that ring. And then when
Sorry to interrupt, but you did get beaten in the first round.
You're a chattery little thing. I mean, you want to come in here and tell me I got beat when nobody ever actually pinned me? When a referee, a British referee at that, says that I lost a match, that match went to the time limit, I had that boy beat, he wouldn't count. The bottom line is, I am the best at what I do. British people are stupid. Australian people are stupid. And Ozzie Rulz, when I come after you, I'm taking you out. Attitude is everything, and mine is bad.
Right, well, I think we should get back ringside now and see what's going on.
From Huntsville, Alabama, he weighs 220 pounds, Sinn!
Yeah, he doesn't get any less crazy, does he, Mike?
Well, no, he hasn't mellowed out since the last match as our ambassador from the dark side.
Well, the Sinn must have done a deal with the devil, I think, last time, because he conjured himself up a victory from absolutely nowhere.
I told you, he has a knack of just hanging in there in matches and pulling victories out of nowhere.
Gary Steele was the man he fought. Gary Steele was the great British hope, and he stuffed him.
And his opponent hails from Atlanta, Georgia. He weighs 240 pounds, Rukkus!
And I told you how tough Rukkus is. We saw him destroy the tank in a duel to heavyweights. Look at that barbed wire around his neck. Sinn's going to have his work cut out for him here because Rukkus is big and tough. I think he likes you, Mark.
There you go. Don't think he's had them teeth fixed yet, Mike, since the last time we saw him.
Well, there aren't any dentists in Britain, are there? Where did Austin Powers go to get his teeth fixed? America.
Well, Sinn's straight back into a real fight.
How can Rukkus pull his hair? Rukkus hasn't seen hair in years.
Well, Sinn's certainly not going to return the compliment, that's for sure.
The Gothic Inferno is mighty sensitive about that hair. Now, Sinn's saying that Rukkus isn't stronger than he is, but I'd question that one.
I'll tell you one thing for sure, I'm sure Sinn would like this one to go to the referee's decision, because as we've seen from JJ so far, he's quite interesting after the 5 minutes are up.
I'm not sure what agenda JJ is working to. You know, he seems to be marching to a different drummer.
Well, I'm sure Rukkus doesn't want JJ getting involved at that stage, only when he says 1, 2, 3 and sees Sinn off.
Now, Rukkus didn't have a good cover there, or else he would have had a pin. It was easy for Sinn to kick out.
Now, last time we saw Sinn in the ring, it was all Gary Steele, and this time round, it's Rukkus out.
Sinn doesn't really have a good strategy for dealing with strength. And Rukkus has plenty of that. I mean, this guy, remember, he's a bouncer in Atlanta. And when he bounces guys, they stay bounced. They bounce. What's going on now? Rukkus is asking J.J. Rivers to ask the crowd.
Well, Rukkus is right. We are living in a democracy over here. However, unfortunately, JJ's decision is final. Only most of the time it doesn't prove to be so. Funny that, isn't it?
Well, the GBT doesn't seem to be helping JJ very much.
You know, you'd almost say Sinn was smiling, wouldn't you?
Well, I told you, he likes to just hang in the match, wait for his opening, and then take it. He can win a match very quickly. And
I think he just likes pain.
There's something to be said for that.
And once again, I think the problem is here for him, mate, is that his mascara's running. I think this is what he's complaining to JJ about.
Rukkus just turned some of that mascara from black to gray. You see, this distracts Rukkus. He has to keep his mind focused on the match. And that's what Sinn's trying to do. He knows he can't match strength with the big guy.
Well, you told us before about Rukkus. You know, he's done plenty of work as a bouncer as well. He knows all about inflicting a little bit of pain, doesn't he?
That's right, and he likes it. And Sinn likes taking pain, so it's a perfect match. Oh, great shoulder.
Once again, Sinn hits the deck hard.
There's a little rake. Oh, big chop.
So suddenly with a minute to go, Sinn decides he wants to inflict some pain himself.
Welcome to the match. Rukkus didn't have a big effect on Rukkus. It was very short-lived.
Yeah, Rukkus said, come on in, didn't he?
Sinn may have waited too long again.
Oh, dear. Oh,
throw.
What a slam.
Sinn keeps looking at J.J. Rivers.
Well, perhaps he's looking for help.
I don't know. It's like he's expecting something. Rukkus puts him down now. That slam hurt. Rukkus up on the top.
Going upstairs. This could be the one, couldn't it? I think he's roughed him up nicely. Oh!
Sinn moving out of the way. Rukkus. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Here is your winner.
I hate to say I told you so because it's such an unfair result, but Sinn just hanging there till the end. And one quick move pins Rukkus.
Sinn is never going to want to go back to the US. He cannot believe his luck. First of all, he's handed a result, and this time he just steals one.
Daylight robbery for the Prince of Darkness. Sinn sits proudly on top of Group B, while Gary Steele, the great hope of British wrestling, is struggling to make the quarterfinals.
So, Sinn, that was a bit of a surprise win.
Surprise win? I had no problem out there. You saw it. No problem at all.
But you seem to be a little bit sensitive about your hair. I mean, you complained to the referee.
Look at this beautiful curly locks. I know it's driving you crazy just looking at me with this sexy hair right here. I don't want nobody messing it up. People pay a lot of money to have hair like mine, but it's natural. You love it, don't you?
Very nice. And do you think you can go all the way?
All the way to the top. Sinn is in. Don't forget it.
Thank you very much.
From Memphis, Tennessee, weighing 230 pounds, David Young!
Yeah, this is the pleasant face of US wrestling, isn't it? And what's this?
Well, these guys are a tag team back in the States. Bad Attitude. David Young coming out with Rick Michaels, and that's why this match is going to be a grudge match, because you've got two tag teams from America who don't like each other.
Yeah, they're a pretty pair, aren't they? Bad Attitude. I can say that.
Well, this is David Young's match, remember.
Now, okay, he's going to offer some moral support, but should he be in the ring with him, Mike? Really?
Well, he won't be in the ring when the action starts.
Well, let's hope not, Mike. It's a singles.
But these guys are a tag team. They wrestle as a tag team.
They can't count,
so it's not unusual for him to be out there.
From Perth, Australia, and is now based in Nashville, Tennessee. He weighs 225 pounds. Ozzie Rulz!
Whoa, well, we know these pair have already exchanged pleasantries.
Well, turnabout is fair play here, because Ozzie Rulz has Kory Williams with him. And Kory Williams and Ozzie Rulz are the tag team, the New South in America. It makes a certain amount of sense, doesn't it? Those aren't your normal Georgia crackers there.
Professional wrestling is so hot and so big in America right now, and Nashville happens to be the center of it. So Ozzie Rulz came to America and to Nashville specifically to prove to the world that I am the best superior athlete ever to come out of the country of Australia. Oh, you commies had better be afraid, be very afraid. I cash in on the fact that Australia is the best cricketers in the world, we are the best rugby players in the world, and it is my goal to prove that we can produce the best single wrestler in the world today, and you are looking at him, Ozzie Rulz.
Yeah, these two boys can't wait to get at each other, but it's got to be one man against one man. That's the way it works.
I mean, look at John Hall can barely ask Rick Michaels to get out of the ring.
Excuse me, I think John Hall is the voice of justice. This man knows his referee, Mike. I don't know.
We've already seen the Southampton one get jobbed time and time again here.
The voice of experience.
Beautiful.
Ozzie strutting his stuff again. Oh, and technical advice there. This can't be right, Mike, again, can it?
A little strategy conference, that's all. No
coaching?
Hey, as long as he's not interfering the way Mike White did on behalf of John Ryan, they can talk as much as they want. Ozzie Rulz goes down now over the top. Oh, big shoulder from David Young.
And these two might be big fellas, but they're fast too.
John Hall saying that he does have one working eye. His vision's 100, 2100, he said. It's 100% vision.
Ozzie seems more interested in the crowd than he does Young at the moment. Turned his back.
You got to watch that. They tie up again now. David Young. This time it's Ozzie Rulz over the top. David Young leapfrogs. Hip toss. Ozzie Rulz back up, but staggers into the corner. Monkey flip out of the corner.
Oh! Once again, these two fellas, I mean, I say there's plenty of them, but they do throw each other around the ring. They really do mean it, don't they? They don't get on.
I tell you, this is America. You got two American wrestlers here, and finally, we're seeing some good wrestling from both guys.
And now he's going for the pain. Now we can see Kory in the corner. What's that he's got in his hand, Mike?
We'll have to take a look at it.
Good switch there. Oh, yeah, pain.
Oh, nice move. Oh, but a good counter. And that had to hurt.
Two men stood in the middle of the ring there, outpowering each other, but Ozzie come out tops in the end. Young taking a breather.
Now Kory Williams, that's a quick maneuver. Look at John Hall. John Hall doesn't know there's anything going on in the rest of the ring. I'm not sure he knows there's a crowd out here.
I'm minding my own business.
Kory said he's minding his own business. I've got a sneaking suspicion he might have Ozzie Rulz boomerang in the corner there.
He's a business minder. That's close to being a business manager.
Yeah, he thinks he's got this one here. Actually, it has been a very impressive bout here for Ozzie Rulz, isn't it?
Ozzie Rulz putting that Australian stomp in.
Well, Ozzie, of course, played Ozzie Rulz, a player, knows how to use his feet and his hands. And the ring floor.
Nice suplex.
Too easy, he says. He looks that way at the moment.
He's got his feet on the ropes, but didn't get the pin anyway. And of course, referee John Hall had no idea that was going on. Oh, good drop. The knee's got to hurt. David Young's taking a lot of pain here.
Left Young stuck in it, and Michaels is calling him to get up there because he can see what's going to happen. Ozzie going upstairs, change his mind.
Ozzie Rulz getting distracted by the crowd. Always a bad thing to do when you've got a man down. Don't leave him. Don't give him time to recover.
Oh, that's a couple of good shots.
Just what happened. David Young got his breath back. Ozzie Rulz right back on the attack. And David Young's out of the ring. Oh! Shots out of the ring. Ozzie Rulz has David Young down on the hard concrete floor. And they're in the crowd now. Rick Michaels distracting John Hall, but John Hall finally sees them out. Rick Michaels, what's the matter, Rick? Rick Michaels is complaining to us at the table that John Hall is doing nothing to stop the abuse that his tag team partner was suffering out of the ring.
Well, Ozzie took him for a long walk there. Oh! And he didn't land that one.
Missed the leg drop.
Oh! And he's stolen it.
And John Hall counting the pin.
Here is your winner, David Young.
John Hall finally reacting and counting the pin. Ozzie Rulz gets pinned by David Young.
And Kory Williams, his partner, can't believe it. Michaels is taking it very nicely
Michaels
indeed, though.
protecting his partner there, but David Young has enough presence of mind to get the win. Ozzie Rulz is just furious. And Rick Michaels is calling for the microphone.
Shut up!
Uh-oh.
Hey, Kory! What this guy did, he beat him because he's got the talent, and all he did was visualize that was a British piece of garbage. And next week, shut up, and next week, the exact same thing is going to happen to you. You're going down 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, he's insulted
The
Kory
challenge is
Williams.
out.
The challenge has been laid. You don't say things like that.
Just like these British pieces of garbage, I'm pretty sure we have one thing in common right about now. You know the old saying, since we can't get along, why not wait till next week? Let's get it on right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he took the challenge. Kory Williams
Here we
wants
go.
some.
The tag is on.
All four men in the ring, and they're going at it.
Big style. Young and Ozzie matching up again, and this is a rematch. Well, this will be the match that we're going to see next week.
Rick Michaels working on him in the corner.
And they've had to send the guys in to break this one up. Oh, he's saving this.
Oh, they've got their work cut out for them, though. These guys are going to be hard to split apart.
Well, this is meant to be the match next week, but, well, the way this thing is going, this one could carry on all the way to next week. Make sure you're
Everybody's in
watching
there.
Transatlantic Wrestling Challenge next week for more of this.
There's not much respect for law and order in this wrestling ring.
Gemini slapping J.J. Rivers.
And there's going to be more mayhem next week.
I am sick and tired of hearing Kory Williams. I'm going to shut him up. There's still the pretty boy, but he's not as pretty as me.
The tank's on the warpath, and he's looking to spank a yank.
And he can take that to the bank.
It's all to come next week in the Transatlantic Wrestling Challenge.
Right, come on, out of the ring now, otherwise you're thrown out of the tournament.